Okay. So use the whole hand. 1, 2, 3, 5. Practice scales. Busoni writes out the arpeggio. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. Yes. Okay. You'll extend your hand. Your piano technique will extend tremendously, and it's much more musical. Because this is so dumb. And guess what? Yes.
What fingering are you recommending for an arpeggio?
I'm recommending what Chopin does and what Busoni does, which is not to shift after 3, but to play to 5. Now, this will seem very odd to you for the next 30 years, but by then you, by then you will get it. No, I practiced the Busoni exercises for 10 years before I thought, gee, maybe I should apply this. Well, we've been coming here now for 3 summers. Archie, Lance, Eveline, and myself. There have been others, but we're the core. And what I think has happened over this time is that it's something that I don't think exists anywhere else, which is we have our individual talents and traits, but we also have similarities, and we've kind of formed an ensemble of teaching. And you know, this makes everything stronger when you have more than one person devoted to the same purpose. Like a ballet company or an orchestra or an opera. This doesn't happen in piano. We have all separate people teaching, and you have diverse opinions, and of course we can be diverse. However, we all like each other. Everybody is on a level that we can offer to each other something and to our students. And this ensemble that's been created over 3 summers is quite strong and gives what I think is unique to the Dublin International Piano Festival.
It's always very refreshing and very important to get different teachers' outlooks on the same issues. And every teacher has something different to say. So what that leaves us up to do is put all the puzzle pieces together and just to become our own artists, so to speak.
Coming from the United States, I've had the wonderful opportunity to witness the interactions of the faculty with these students. And through that, I see a great potential for this festival to grow not only for the students, but for teachers who may benefit by also coming and observing the master classes and listening to the recitals of the faculty.
I am actually a faculty member at Oklahoma State University in the US. So for me, the Dublin International Piano Festival has been just a fantastic, re-energizing experience where I've been able to listen to some fantastic young pianists and just experience a really holistic program, which I think is probably the most unique aspect of the piano festival.
There's huge diversity in this festival in terms of what they give you, what's offered to you. I mean, we had workshops in Alexander technique, which is brilliant for posture and just general playing and general life, in fact, how you walk and stand. But then the performance psychology as well. So really sort of understanding what's going on up here, before and after performance, and during, you know, even just motivational things as well.
Confidence is important, but one key aspect when we talk about confidence is what are the sources of confidence, okay? Because you can say to me, I'm really confident, but we know the most important source of confidence is a successful previous performance. If you know you did it already and you did it very well, this is the most important thing, okay? So that's why one of the strategies to enhance confidence is to remember that you've done it before. Because then in your brain, memory comes, emotions come, thinking, I did it that way, I did it like this, I can do it, I've done it. It refreshes.
And then seminars with a piano technician, you know, being much more aware of your instrument, you know, how to look after your instrument properly.
The lid is only supposed to be down. If you ever go through any of the piano manuals, if you work in any company Lid is only for transport. After that, you're supposed to pop the lid on the full stick to play. And a lot of people say, oh, the piano sounds too brilliant, it's too bright if it's on the full stick. I can't manage the piano when it's on the full stick. It's just too brilliant, it's too bright. Well, that's your giveaway sign that your piano isn't serviced or it's not set up right.
And then a seminar with a Buddhist monk, with a pianist, was fascinating in a way because it was just another perspective. Sometimes in the music world you can be bombarded with one particular perspective of a teacher or another teacher, and it's just good to even have a completely different perspective in terms of a more global approach. For a Korean Buddhist monk to be helping a pianist over there spiritually understand music in a way was very interesting. It was a very fascinating experience, actually.
Well, on piano, you have white keys and black keys. Although they are white and black, they are not separate. They are all one. So, of course, you as interpreter, we are playing a composer's piece, but in fact, we are not separate from the composer.
그다음에 해석가는 먼저 난자지.
Uh-huh.
여기 하얀 것만이 있어요.
Ah, okay. And as interpreter, we have to be in a state of non-judgmental state. It is a state where you are not judging anything, open to all possibilities.
그래 나는 그분이 작곡가가 의도한 그런 분별이 생각을 캐치하죠.
And only then you can catch the intention of the composers because you're in a non-judgmental state. So you can catch the intention of the composers.
Working together instead of against, which is what you often find in situations where artists of temperament, and everybody here is an artist of temperament, but not necessarily an agendist. This trickles down to the students, and they feel the comfort of this. You know, they're not having to work with anything except what is good, music, and not against each other, and that eventually has enormous results. Because working in music and performance is something beyond the act of doing it. It's to create a larger humanity, and that's what's going on.
I was wondering then this summer, you know, is this what I really want to do? I mean, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of time, a lot of hardship, a lot of sacrifice. And so this was very rejuvenating for me, this festival, because, you know, not even just the faculty, but also all the other students as well, just seeing like their passion and their interest and their drive in a way, their ambition. And what was lovely about this festival is that there was no competition as such. There were no prizes or who got the top place at the end of the week. I mean, we're all sort of here at different stages, all progressing in the way that we can, you know. So I don't know. It has encouraged me now to really think more seriously about music performance route, and because it's so nice to be able to experience the diversity of all the different cultures as well. People, I mean, lots of Americans too. I mean, sure, America's so diverse in itself, but you know, just seeing how much they love it and being able to have such deep discussions about different things.
I think in this week alone, I'd say I've improved more than I have in a couple of years combined. Like, it was just a really brilliant experience, and working with different teachers, and each of the teachers have a different style of teaching, different aspects that they concentrate on, and you'd really feel the improvement afterwards. Like, it was really, really brilliant. This time I had a lesson with Evelyn Brancart and with Edmund Battersby, and I had a master class with H.J. Lim and Edmund Battersby as well. And I just felt like I improved so much during that time, and I got a lot of things that I can work on separate, like from now on for the next while I'll be able to work on these exercises, and I feel like it'll really show my playing in the next few months, especially like after the next few months. I think technique wise and everything, I think I'm hopefully going to come on a lot in that time.
I feel, I learned a lot of new stuff that I hadn't really thought about before, so I'm very encouraged and I'm very excited to keep exploring these things at my own pace and my own time.
I really feel like I grow a lot as a musician and as a pianist, and in every aspect when doing something like this. And this one specifically was really, really, really special for me to be in a place like Ireland, away from home, and it's really, really cool.
Overall, it's a very intensive course, yet it's very enjoyable for the students because there is, aside from a very relaxed atmosphere, everyone gets to meet, all the students get to meet each other, which is, I think, very important, not just socially, but also in terms of duets, because as pianists we are often playing by ourselves and locked in a room practicing. Not locked in a room, but we spend a lot of time by ourselves. So it's great that people are able to mix with each other on a social aspect.
I must say I've been in many international festivals in many places in the world, and I think that Dublin is my favorite. I love the atmosphere. The level of the students is getting better and better every year. I think it's pretty unique in the sense of the atmosphere to begin with. I love my colleagues here. Everybody is different, everybody is free to speak, we have a great communication, and it's just my favorite place to come during the summer.
I actually came into this festival quite intimidated because of the hype on the internet. It seemed as they were really building it up to something quite magnificent. And when I got here, I gradually learned throughout the week that most people, everybody here is really wonderful, and I've made just friends with basically every single other pianist here. And all the teachers are completely fantastic. And it's really been quite a transformative experience, from being intimidated and feeling afraid of the environment to being very open to it and actually enjoying it. Because at the beginning I was terrified of the final performance, but it actually went very well and I enjoyed it.
Some of the participants had been to festivals in other places and found that they were quite cold. Like, they were learning a lot, but it was quite cold, and they felt like a lot of pressure was put on them to do certain things to improve very quickly. But here it's very, very encouraging. Everyone gets on very well, students and faculty. Like, you can see it in the we have a concert where we play in different groups. Like, so we have 6 hands, 8 hands, 4 hands piano. And everyone just gets on so well, and you can see it working together with the students, with the faculty. It's just really encouraging, really friendly. You could go up to the teachers, ask them a question. I'm just after coming from asking one of the teachers a question, and you feel totally comfortable talking to them, asking them things. it's brilliant. Like they will teach outside their teaching times, and they're really giving and helpful with everything.
They enjoy the career of being able to perform and teach at the same time, and so in a way, you know, and I have found that myself from my own teaching, that, you know, the fact that I'm teaching, trying to teach things that I do, making me more aware of what I am doing and how I can actually improve. You know, oh, I'm saying these things, but I don't actually do that. Now I should try and do that and see if I can actually improve. So it is really helpful in that respect, and so they're also always encouraging the preparation for a performance. It's never just, you know, what you're meant to do, what you're meant to be practicing. You know, you're meant to be thinking about what are you trying to give to your audience, what are you trying to do with the music that in some way convinces them, what are you trying to communicate to them. You know, it's not just following the score, you're meant to do that. You know, it's like, what does that mean? So I really found them really helpful in that respect, because they tell you, musical intentions, but they're also telling you really like how you're meant to do that with your body, with your hands. You know.
I'm also very impressed by the quality level. Sometimes you'll go to conferences and some things are great and other things aren't so great, but here the faculty performances and teaching are such a high level. The students that they've chosen are all just phenomenal young talents, and so it's just been terrific. So I would come back again.
I personally love Dublin. I think it's a very, very friendly place. And so it's wonderful to meet the people. Wherever you meet a musician or pianist, you're going to meet about the same people very often. But the fact that it's in Dublin is just special, because Dublin is special, because Ireland is special. And I think for many people, I'm from Belgium, and even if there was a festival in Belgium, I would still choose to come to Dublin, because there's something, for me, something magical here in the town. So you have pianist, communication with colleagues, and a wonderful director. So I think that this is, you cannot have anything better. So I certainly hope that it can continue many, many years.
It's already developing a sense of culture in this country. It's only just beginning to start developing into a really important event every summer.
Well, first of all, Dublin is a magical city, and it's so important for students from all over the world to be able to come all together to study with such masterful teachers. The whole experience, from listening to these teachers perform, and then to have one-on-one instruction with them in lessons, and then to offer their performances in front of others in master classes. No other festival that I've ever encountered offers such direct contact with such great artists. The didactic experience of the Dublin International Piano Festival is unlike anything I have ever experienced. So it's absolutely crucial for there to be funding to be able to provide future generations of concert pianists to be able to grow and to foster their artistry. And this place is so magical that that will happen if there is funding.
We're working with great music, with great performers, and now great students. And the sky's the limit for the Dublin International Festival if it can be supported and if it can continue as it started.